What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Still trying to get over a little bit of this cold that I have, and sitting out here in Madison, Wisconsin at 14 degrees or whatever it is right now isn't helping me with that at all. I've had a few people ask me in the comments section when would be a good time to go to truck driving school or to get your CDL, or it's been phrased kind of in a statement like, I'm thinking about going to truck driving school when the weather gets better or whatever it is. So what I wanted to do was give my opinion on when the best time to go to truck driving school is. Now, regardless of what I'm going to say in this video, the best time for you to go to truck driving school is immediately. Just start now. Don't put it off for any particular reason. Just go ahead and do it now. That's the best time to go to truck driving school. From a training aspect, I think that the best times to go to truck driving school would be like mid-October to like mid-February, somewhere in there. Now, the company I'm with is Prime, and Prime has, shall I say, extended their training to a level at which you're probably going to be able to get some of that winter training regardless of when you start, when you're completing 50,000 miles. Well, maybe not. You know what? That may not be the case. You know what? I'm going to tell you. When I first started with Prime, I started May 5th. I got my CDL like in April 1st, which was a while. Things were taking a little bit longer in Salt Lake City around this time. Started my actual training with my trainers in like April 10th or somewhere around there, and I would have been done with my 30,000 miles in June. I happened to stay on my trainer's truck just because we were having a ball, and I just wanted to wait for the beginning of a year to start a business venture, things like that. So I decided to stay on his truck. I actually didn't make it all the way to the end of the year because he was going his own way to do some to pursue some personal goals. So I ended up getting off my trainer's truck like November 12th, I believe, somewhere in that neighborhood. So between the day I got to Prime, which was March 5th, till the time I got off my trainer's truck, which was November, that was 7 months of driving, probably 160,000 miles put in, and barely saw a snowflake. I mean, and that's an exaggeration. We did hit, like maybe 2 snowstorms during that period of time, but really, really, I would say not much winter driving experience. The months I'm going to say are why they're the best. If you go like mid-October to February, you're going to be getting into that snow action, and you're going to be getting into it with somebody else has gone through this stuff before. Now, personally, I'm from Denver, Colorado. The first thing I do when it snows is get out in it and start driving around. So I've never had a fear of snow. One thing that does, I did kind of concern myself with was, how this truck was going to handle in the snow. Not that I was going to be afraid of how it handled. I just wasn't 100% sure of how it was going to handle. So going through all that stuff with your trainer is, I think, a value. I think it's very valuable from a training aspect. And then secondly, when you're going through all those miles in the winter and all that kind of stuff, and your training's over and it's time for you to get out there and run and gun, you're doing it out there, you're going solo like in the summertime, best time of the year to be driving around. Everything is like, butterflies and roses out there. Whereas, I had to share all those good times with my former teammate. I'm just joking if he happens to be watching this, but definitely I'm going to say, if you're thinking about getting into, going to truck driving school, go now, whatever month that is. But if you're wondering when the best actual training is going to be, it's going to be during any of those months I mentioned where you have a chance of going through some snow. And I think it's even more valuable for people that, it's funny, you see people, in life that have never seen snow. And I know I've watched some videos of some truck drivers that said they'd never actually even seen snow, felt it, none of that stuff until they actually got into trucking. So if you came from that, if you're coming from one of those states where you've just never seen snow, I would suggest even more that that you get some snow training in, whether it's you stay on your trainer's truck longer to get that snow action, or you choose one of those months that I said. Like I said, this is just my opinion. There are other opinions out there that are probably as valuable or more valuable than my opinion, so do your research, do all that stuff. I don't care if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Japanese, Honduran, whatever. Do your homework. Don't take my opinion as fact. Anyway, I'm just going to be chilling out here. Had a chance to kind of sleep in, wake up on my own terms today. Was thinking I might have a chance to get a 34-hour reset in before I went to go pick up this next load, but with the weather the way it is right now, got some snow going on, I'll probably have to leave maybe 2 hours before I would have thought, before that 34-hour reset would have kicked in. So my hours are starting to look a little bit better now, so that's a plus. Anyway, I do thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Listen, there's a lot of truck schools you can go to out there. I can only give you my opinion on the one that I think you would have a good time at. Well, so not everybody has a good time at it, but I certainly did, and most people I know have had a good time with Prime. Takes a little bit longer to go through the process with the 50,000 miles and everything, but after those 50,000 miles are up, I'm sure that you would agree that you're never going to go wrong being overly trained. Anyway, you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm going to stay out here, try to stay warm. I'm out.